All right, folks, this is the last video for this series, and what I'm going to do here is show you how to do a detail view on this drawing sheet so that you can dimension the grill. So the part of the grill that I'm talking about is this bit here. And you'll notice that while I've got dimensions on all of the rest of the drawing, there's no dimensions on the actual grill apart from it's just basic width and height. There's nothing to show the size of these squares or what sort of spacing they have between them or anything. That's because it's super hard to do for small parts on general drawing sheets. So we actually what we do is we sort of take a section of the drawing out, make it at a different scale so it's a bit bigger, and put it somewhere in the drawing sheet where we can dimension it a bit more easily. So that's called a detail view, and it's over here under the Create tab. So if I go Create, here's my detail view option, and I'll just run you through how to set these up. I'm super keen for you to have a go. Don't sort of get too heartbroken if it doesn't work out exactly right. It's a bit more of an advanced feature, but worth having a look at. So if I hit detail view, it's going to ask me to select, first of all, what sort of view do you want to attach the detail view to? So I'm just going to click on the main view here. And then it's going to see this little sort of triangle shape. It's actually going to say, all right, can you please just sort of click and drag out a shape that sort of covers the amount of detail that you want to show. So I'm going to sort of do a circle like this. I'm pretty happy with that. So I'm going to click again. And what that's going to do then is you just wait for your computer to sort of, stop crunching. It's going to sort of pull that out and change its scale. So you can see that I've gone bigger, and that's because it's sort of defaulted to a 1:1 scale. I can go huge, like I can change that number there and go for like a 2:1 or something, which makes it really big. You can sort of muck around with the scale that you want. I think 1:1 in my case is probably about right. And you can actually just manipulate the way it shows as well. So do I want this one shaded? Do I want it to pick up its sort of view properties from the parent view, like the main view that I got it from? In this case, I'm pretty happy with that. So if I just sort of, instead of it floating in space, I'm just going to click and lock that down and then go OK. The computer's just going to give me my detail view. Here it is, just pulled out. This little block here is new. It says sort of A scale 1:1. Usually it puts it in, the wrong spot. So I'm just going to put it below the view instead of above it. And you can see this sort of circle with the A matches this circle here with the A here as well. So that's my detail view. What's the point of this view? Well, it's really just there for me to dimension a bit more clearly. So I'm just going to use my dimension tool, and I'm going to do what I did in my CAD model. So I'm going to give it, a width. I'm going to give it a height. Oh, got that wrong. Just need to zoom in a little bit more. I'm going to give it a height, sort of 3 millimeters. And I'm going to give them a spacing as well. So if you remember, we actually did pick a space. It's a bit of a weird number, but that is what it is. So actually, if I was going to be super precise, which is usually a good idea, I'll do this as well. So I'm actually just giving them with height spacing, and I'm pretty happy with that as a detail view. So that's a way for us to just, specify the grill itself. Good thing to do, and you can see the drawing's got a bit more complex as a result. It's got another view on there, so that's a bit more advanced. Okay, so in terms of the drawing that's done, we just need to update this little guy here now. This is what's called the title block. And the title block is just information about the drawing itself. So you can see it's got a lot of blank squares on it at the moment. So we just need to double click on that and start to modify the text that's in there. So really quickly, just to walk you through these, I'm going to say this is the technology department drawing. Its technical reference is control panel. So that's what it's called. Don't forget your capitals. Created by me on the 21st of March, 2025. Document type, this is a drawing, which is fine. I can modify the actual part file if I want, the file name of the part. So I'm not doing this through ScreenPal anymore, so I'll just simplify that. Approved by a teacher usually, or your manager. Approved date, I'm going to go 21st March, 2025. Document status is complete. Hopefully that's true for you as well, or kind of under revision or in progress, depending on, how far along the journey you are. What's the drawing number? Usually you start at 001 and you go up from there. The revision, I haven't revised this, so it's 001. It's the first one. Date of issue, 21st of March, 03, 2025. And sheet 101, because it's the only one drawing, there's not more sheets behind it. So if I do that, I'm pretty happy with that. So just going to escape out of that. And you can see that I have my control panel drawing ready to go. Okay, so I'm pretty happy with that layout. It's nice, neat and tidy. The dimensions are complete. The title block's been updated. So I think I can actually export this one now. And these drawings are something you can use in the workshop to help you to build things. They're actually part of your folio for this subject as well. But we can also use that to help us make sure that the laser cut's doing what we want. So I can export these as PDFs. So I'd encourage you to do that. Just make sure you export that. You can open PDF in the end and go through the process of doing the export, so you can save it onto your computer and so on. So give it a name, obviously, which is control panel drawing, and I'm just going to give it my name. PDF files. I don't want to save it to a project in the cloud. I want to save it to my computer. That's where I'm putting it on my personal drive in 8 Materials Semester 1, but you'll probably have your own folders on your OneDrive and you can save that from there. So that'll save as a PDF, and you can actually see what the drawing looks like when it's ready to print. Okay, so that sometimes takes a little while to process, so I'm not necessarily, too worried about that, but here we are. It's opened on a different screen for me. So that's the PDF output that you get. So nice, clean engineering drawing ready to go. Okay, so that's it for this tutorial. Hopefully you have some fun doing that, and I'll see you in class.